Okay, I was gone for a minute, but I'm back now. Sit back down. Seem like everybody nowadays, Hollywood. Oh, it's like that now? I'ma show you how to act now. I'ma show them how to act. I'ma show you. I'ma show them how to act. Okay, now picture little Bobby, just a youngin' run around with his man's in his hand, feeling like a man. Run, put it to your brain like.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. What a game we have for you here. The first meeting of the year between two of the NFL's most hostile divisional rivals. This matchup always among the most anticipated games of the regular season. It's the Rams going up against the 49ers. With that, let's welcome in our fine broadcast team. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
As of this morning, summer officially over. It's time for autumn football, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fielded about a yard deep, spinning away. And he's got room, and he'll be out of bounds at midfield, so a solid return to the 50. He's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They established the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. They'll set up a throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted. Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And a look here at their go-to guy under center. Now the first carry here for Frank Gore. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At one point, the L.A. Rams defensive front four was made up of 4 first-round draft picks, but maybe the best of them all at that time, and still is Aaron Donald. Yeah. He's a force.
Former Pitt Panther, and we were praising him a lot last year during our weekly commentary updates, weren't we?
Yeah, strength, quickness, mobility, he has it all. 4th in the Defensive Player of the Year voting in 2016.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
He was trying to get it there to Vernon Davis, the tight end, and that'll bring up second down. And the starting crew now for San Francisco.
Head coach Kyle Shanahan will bring a brand new look to the offense for San Francisco in 2017. They will rely much more on a zone blocking scheme, better timing patterns downfield, and the quarterback has some mobility both in and out of the pocket in order to try and improve on a 31st ranking in 2016.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 7 catches, 96 yards.
And that touchdown was his first of the year, and you know he's eager to get more of those.
On first down, it's Gore. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The defense here for the Rams.
Make no mistake about it, the LA Rams are loaded with talent on defense, and they're led by their front four, especially defensive tackle Aaron Donald and defensive end Robert Quinn. They finished number 9 overall in total defense in 2016, and now they have a new head coach and new defensive staff. They figure if they're not in the top 5, they've had a disappointing year.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They're going to look to throw. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Vernon Davis, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Niners have taken the early lead.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed. Way harder to cover than before.
Fielded about a yard deep. They find some open field here. And it'll be an excellent return as he's all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
But when the highlight is shown of this play, all attention is going to be on the person running with the football. But how about the group as a whole? Setting up that big-time return, yardage that we won't even account for in the box score, may help them win the game.
And we'll get a couple here down to the 22. And the 49ers on the defensive side of the football.
As we took a look at the San Francisco 49ers defense heading into 2017, you knew they needed big-time upgrades all over the place. And when Solomon Thomas was still available, after the 49ers traded back from number 2 to number 3, they couldn't wait to get him. Dominant run defender, excellent speed in rushing the passer, and has a nose for the football. And his game got better and better in 2016.
He'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. The intended receiver, Tavon Austin. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to the...
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Robert Woods, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Rams have tied the game with the extra point to come. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
They'll come up now with the clock showing 3 seconds to go here in the first. Now a play fake here on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, so close to an interception. Read that beautifully. Got his hands on it, couldn't get it. And it's second down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield across the 45. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Now a handoff for Gore. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
And Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Back to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Aaron Donald coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack.
And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Great corner out there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. Here's Dawson now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they got some.
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Touchdown, L.A. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Rams have tied the game with the extra point to come. And sometimes those slants, they can be so tough to defend after the catch. It just happens so quickly.
And really, what gets set up there is how quickly everything happens. Ball's out of the hands of the passer in a hurry, and he just takes it and goes.
And he went all the way into the end zone. This is fielded at the goal line. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And Davis with it left side. And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall near the 48-yard line. I know when you got a top tight end like this, you want to get him involved, but when you do, you're hoping for more than that.
You certainly are. You got to try and get him some space where you can make a play downfield, or at least an opportunity for some rack yardage, right? That run after catch.
He gets this one to Michael Crabtree. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Michael Crabtree, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. And nothing too crazy there. A quick slant, and then he just had a seam. He found a seam.
And when you hit it on the run like that, and I mean the pass right to the receiver who's already in motion and moving, sometimes he just takes it and runs away from everyone else.
And he ran it into the end zone. And the defense, they've got to adjust there quickly. That's tough on them.
That's really tough because everything was executed well. Ball was out of his hands quickly, into the hands of the receiver, and then he was gone.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. And the Rams now coming out on the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. A reminder with halftime approaching, when we get there, we'll ship you off to Orlando. Larry Ridley will have first-half highlights and analysis.
And I hope he's iced down his throat because he's got a lot to get through because we've had no shortage of points scored in the first half.
It has been a fun track meet. A good pick up there of 20 yards. First down now, but the clock continues to move. They'll look to throw now on first down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Now back to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. They'll look to throw here on first down. Over the middle, he hits Austin. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Back to throw here. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. As they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. No one made it into the red zone fewer times than the Rams last year, 32nd in the NFL. But they're here now with a 1st and 10. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick. But instead it falls down incomplete.
I know in every game we do, we talk about momentum. That was a momentum play lost. And now there could be a letdown because they didn't get the interception.
Yeah, you could almost hear the collective gasp on the sideline as he could not come up with that football. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get. As they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a... And Zerline's kick is good. So a good kick there, and they wrap up the drive by putting 3 on the board.
And you know, let's face it, you're not always going to come away with 6. Defense in the NFL are just too good. But you've got to come away with something. And there, they get 3.
The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Now on second down, this is Gore. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. As they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
Now Austin. 35 yards that time on the punt. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. On now is the big leg of Greg Zuerlein. He has hit from as far as 61 away in his career. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
And this one is incomplete. So we've hit halftime. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers or counters. As I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. They go play action here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And some room to roam now. Room to run inside the 40. And he'll be out of bounds, able to take it down to the 40. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
He's got his man on the crossing route. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
He'll drop to throw. His pass caught with the 4. And he lost the football. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line.
All I know, partners, that with every play call that came in, there was a little discussion about, hey, we can seal this bad boy. We can really put ourselves in a great spot to take total control. And yet they find a way to cough it up.
Yeah, the 2-score game opportunity eludes them, and now a chance for the other side to come back here.
Yeah, that means defense has to go out there and make some plays themselves. So we call sudden change. Let's see if the defense is mentally ready to take care of it.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Gonna throw right side here, complete. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Brennan, that's a tough guy right there. He knew that was going to happen. In other words, they had to absorb that hit. How about him securing the football, turning the legs a little bit, and gaining what he needed for a first down?
Well, that's the deal. On third down, these guys, they know where the sticks are. He obviously knew right there.
And if you want to be a dependable third down receiver, you've got to be willing to absorb those types of hits and make those sort of plays.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Out left, he's got it to Everett. Fighting through, and he's got space. A big play there on the catch and run. 45 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like these.
Back now here in Santa Clara. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the fourth and final quarter. Looking to throw. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line.
All right, Brandon, you know me as well as anyone. You know I don't usually advocate abandoning things during a game, but here we are in the second half. I think it's time to change things up. Let the running game go a little bit. Let's get to the passing game, and if you still want to get in the hands of the runner, maybe you swing it to him, throw it to him a little bit, try it that way. Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play, stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Now, they've got to be a little frustrated here to not complete that on third down after having such a long drive going.
Hey, you're talking about going over 70 yards on the drive. Yeah, did you say a little frustrated?
Very frustrated.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Very frustrated. There's no doubt about it. They thought they were going to have a chance to cash in the end zone. Now it looks like it's likely a field goal attempt.
All right, so this one's now back within a field goal, and if anybody tells you they see how this one's going to end, I'd have to say they're probably lying, Charles.
And this game's had more twists and turns than a good mystery novel. And I have a feeling we've got a few more twists and turns in store for us before they shake hands here.
The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Nikel Roby-Coleman, and he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
Well, it's my kind of game. You know that. Anytime we have a defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. I know they don't like to hear it when they get to a certain age, but then you have to start to use your skills, your wiles, right, your mind to beat guys to the football. And getting your toes tapped in bounds definitely qualifies as that, doesn't it?
The veteran showing he still has the agility.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. And now here's a carry heading left. And some room to maneuver. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. Is ruled incomplete.
That was a difficult catch, and I admire the fact that he actually caught the football, worked so hard to get his feet down in bounds, tried to do the toe tap. My dad's an accomplished tap dancer. I'm not sure he would have gotten his feet in on that one.
Is he really?
Yeah, that he is.
How about that? What about young Davis?
No, it did not. It did not cross.
It didn't carry over.
No, it stopped right there.
The offense on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. They'll look to throw here. And he fends him off. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And Zerline's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 8. So, Charles, I think from a defensive perspective, you have to look at that field goal there and consider it a win.
You were able to keep them within a touchdown, so no question about it. That was the kind of stand that keeps you in ball games.
And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. So, Charles, there are the numbers. What's happened here? Defensive adjustments that's caused him to sort of fall off a bit?
I think so. That has to happen. You've got to make some changes because in the first half, they were pretty effective. But the second part is sometimes when you're doing really well, you get off your game a little bit. You get off the gas a little. You're like, okay, we got this thing. And that's not necessarily the case. Maybe right now, someone just needs to tell a joke in the huddle, loosen things up, and get their big guy.
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the the 28, and the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Well, they needed the touchdown and the two-point conversion, but they're not going to get a shot at either. This is a great play here defensively, Brandon, and at a time that they sorely needed one. And that could be enough to help get them out of here with a victory.
A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for Los Angeles, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And now they get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Niners, they too will exit with a 2-1 record. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals.